We're live. We're live. I think we're live. We made it. Hello. Welcome to tonight's reading. This is for the earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Trying something new out this time, so we're going to do it live. This way, there's no editing involved. It could get out so much faster, and it's a little bit more authentic, I think. So we are going to not dilly-dally, not waste any time. And we're actually going to pick up the tarot first. So usually we go with the moonology to see where our emotions are at. Today we're going to go with a more general reading. So we're going to start with the tarot itself. And right off the bat, we have the 8 of Wands and the Hanged Man in reverse. So I feel like although things are moving quickly right now, I almost think it would be beneficial to stop and pause and think for a second. And I know that sounds like contradictory because things around you are moving really fast. Earth sign. These are for earth signs, that's right. So things around are moving really quickly, but in its own contradiction, it seems like you're being asked to meditate, to pause and reflect. And it seems like you don't want to. There's a refusal to. The Hanged Man is in reverse, so. All right, Spirit, if you could give me any clear messages on what's going on with our earth signs here. So we got a few things. Right off the bat, I'm gonna go on this side. This seems like two different stories. So this might be two different events happening, two different storylines. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and we also have the 2 and the Ace of Pentacles. So it seems like there's a power struggle in one of these groups of earth signs here. I can't tell you if it's not both, but on one line, there's a bit of a struggle to stay grounded, to stay secure in a decision or in multiple decisions. Yeah, it kind of seems like there's a couple of new options that are being presented. And the duty here now is to, make your decision on which one you'd prefer to have. It seems like you can't have both, so you have to make a choice. But it seems like you can't. For whatever reason, you're not moving forward with this choice, or maybe you feel unable to make the choice. But you are being begged to make a decision because if one or the other isn't chosen, they both will be gone, is what I'm noticing with these cards as well. Especially with the King of Swords in reverse. You can't decide. There's a bit of an indecision here. All right, this other group here, we have the 8 of Cups reversed, the 9 of Cups reversed. Interesting. We also have the 8 of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Wands. So already, I want to say that these groups are related, but we're going to talk about this one like it's a separate group. This group here seems to be searching for something and can't seem to find it. So I'm not sure if you may be exhausted from looking, or maybe you haven't actually, remove that. Or maybe you haven't gone out too far. I almost get the energy that you've mentally thought about everything, but you haven't actually taken the step to get it, ventured out to begin it. So in return, you're feeling unfulfilled. There hasn't been enough work put in this case, but you're looking for this new opportunity anyway. Or you're searching. I think you're searching for the first step. I feel like the rest of that would have been negative, but this Page of Wands is here in upright position. So I feel like the first step is coming to you. Like you're actually finally figuring out what it is that you want to do. So in that regard, I do believe these groups are together. This must be all of us, earth signs. There are new opportunities that are in front of us. It almost seems like there's a multitude of cups. Both of these cups are in reverse, but they're the 8 and 9, so they're the highest cup cards that we have before fulfillment, before the 10 of Cups, which is actual, the rainbow of cups. It's like marriage. It's everything that you've ever dreamed of. It's the culmination, the finishing. So this isn't complete, and the fact that the 9 and the 8 are both reversed means that we almost are going backwards. I feel like it's hard to make whatever decision this is, whatever decision that's plaguing you as an earth sign, just as a person, whatever's plaguing you right now, and you're unable to make a decision on while it's still raging in the background type energy. Whatever this is, you're being begged to stop and really consider the options. Really consider everything that's in front of you. Look ahead, dream big even. I'm hearing that he is, the Page of Wands is out in the middle of the desert by the pyramids with all the, mystical energy and stuff. They like to say about the Page of Wands is that things that are impossible can happen when this card shows up as well. So think a little bit outside the box, I'm hearing. Like, you might not have found your answer because it might not exist yet. Like pre-paving almost, like you are pre-paving the way for something to exist. I was looking for something, I'm so sorry, I actually found it. You're pre-paving like the way for a certain new path to exist. And the reason why you're so like anxious about this path, or it's unclear to you where it could go, is because it doesn't actually exist. So those answers don't exist. The guidebook isn't real. But it seems like you have to believe in this path, like believe that it exists, I want to say, before you can even like embark on it, before you can step off on your journey. That's why the Hangman is here. That's why things are paused. You can't move forward until you believe the path exists. And I want to say that's not in like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not in like the mundane, conventional, traditional like life stuff, like 9-to-5 office jobs, or like if this has to do with like a raise that you want or something that's reasonably attainable, I want to say, you're being asked to just go for it. Like, don't second guess it. Definitely, think about it a little bit and figure out your best course of action, but don't second guess it. Go for it. If it's attainable, it's right at your grasp. But I feel like this reading is a little bit more for something that you feel might not actually happen or couldn't, is impossible. Like, it would be a miracle if it did. But I think the message here for you is that it can exist. It does exist. It could exist, but it doesn't exist yet. There it is. It's like the Polar Express. Like, you have to believe in it for it to exist, for it to come to fruition. So I think Spirit is asking you to be a little more, I want to say childish, but not childish. Just, dream a little bigger. I got the Lovers and the 4 of Cups in reverse in a clarification. So maybe this has to do with someone that you are romantically interested in, and they don't seem to be paying you any mind. Like, go for it, shoot your shot. The Star, healing. It might be what's best for both of you. It might be a new start. It might be a new direction. If it doesn't have to do with a relationship, the Lovers also has to do with a decision, like a dream, an epiphany, like awakening in some way. So maybe refusal of the cup, like don't refuse the cup. There's a new opportunity. You also have the Ace of Wands here. Don't refuse the cup that's being offered to you. I feel like Spirit, like God is trying to offer you something. And I got that message here as well. We talked about that a little bit earlier. The Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Like, God is trying to give you something, and you're trying to synergize it into what you already have. Like, you're trying to weigh it out and put it together with what you currently have. But it seems like, especially with readings that I was, getting into yesterday about towers and emperors and just being too stubborn to let the tower fall, like, this new opportunity, you can't have both, is really what I'm hearing. You can't have both. You can either have this new thing that God is trying to bring in for you, or you can continue to have this other thing that isn't moving forward. or, you know, this life path that you feel isn't moving forward. And I think you're just being asked, you're being called to dream a little bit bigger. Accept the cup. It'll be wine when you get it. Ooh. They give me cool little like euphemisms and stuff. It'll be wine when you get it. I feel like if you offer God a cup of water, he'll give you a cup of wine. And not in a way of like trying to get you drunk, more of like, show him the effort, like show the progress, show the steps, show the path that you're taking, and he'll turn it into everything you ever wanted. I think you just have to take the first steps. Here we go, the Knight of Pentacles. That's literally what came out. Take the first steps. The Pentacles is a very like stubborn, earthly energy, and yes, we're earth signs here. We're all earth signs here, so we understand this like Four of Pentacles photo. Just keeping everything that you have, but in reverse, just let it go. Let it go. Try something new, and it'll steadily bring you forward. I love that for us, y'all. Yeah, just work on like limiting beliefs. I would say the things that are trapping you, because it's really just you. It's only you that's trapping you. This lady is covered or surrounded by swords, yes, but none of them are in her. None of them have hurt her. She's just tied in cloth and a blindfold. You can move forward. Just believe in miracles, y'all. That's what I'm hearing. Just believe in miracles. I love that. Okay. I do want to end this with an oracle card. So we're going to get the Moonology deck. Yeah, we'll finish off with that one instead of, you know, starting off like we usually do. All right. Oh, wrong one. All right. So how can we move forward? Oh, this is actually perfect because tomorrow's the new moon. Tomorrow's new moon in Aries, so this is going to be dedicated. This Moonology pool is going to be dedicated for tomorrow. So what can be released tomorrow? What can be worked on? What is this moon going to bring for the earth signs, for Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus? We have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. I love it. And a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. You are good enough. You're good enough for good things to happen to you. You are good enough for miracles to just appear in your life. It's not like saved for any specific person. Like, you don't have to be any sort of way to have a miracle appear for you, happen for you. It's worthy for you too, I think is what I'm trying to say. You're good enough. And a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. So a balance, finding a balance in, I think, what exists and what doesn't. And I'd rather not say what exists and what doesn't. I'd rather say what exists and what could. So just finding a balance in what doesn't exist yet and what could exist in the future. What you could create, being a way shower, being a light worker in a way of leading the way for the next people to come. I think we've been uncomfortable as, you know, I want to say as light workers, but also as earth signs, you know. I think we've been uncomfortable because we don't have anyone, you know, way showing us at this point. I think that's because that is our goal. That's our job, our duty here. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for tuning in for the earth signs. This is a general reading. Stay tuned for the next one. And if y'all have any questions, definitely feel free to hit them in the comments. I'm happy to, you know, scroll through them, answer anything having to do with any of these decks as well, anything having to do with clarification on what may have been said in any of these messages. I'm here for it. So thanks, y'all.